Maldzik, chodź. O, Maldzik. Hello everyone, how are you? Yes, I'm waiting for everybody to join, so we have maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And in the meantime, I have to carry this little one around because he needs to go out. And I'm waiting for the support. And it's dark outside. And in the meantime, I'm trying to start the video on the other screen. Hello, hello, hello. We are going to have fun evening, I hope. Well, surely dramatic, because Gothic box has to be full of proper drama and proper, you know, vampire vibe in it. And that should be fun. Well, Nunu, he is absolutely on the right path because he is showing me that he wants to go out. He would be standing next to the door and scratching the door, or just simply crying a little bit. And of course, the beginning of the day is better, the end of the day is worse. When he's tired, it is not so easy. He would just sometimes forget, like, you know, when kids are tired, they don't always remember about everything. The same happens here. So when he's tired, it's harder for him to hold it, but it quickly really changed from dripping everywhere into maybe one small accident per day, which is lovely. Hello, hello, yes. So we are going to start very soon. Make yourself comfortable. And I'm here on the duty for the next maybe 3 minutes. And I already painted the box black so we can start quicker. Hopefully it's going to be enjoyable. I have plenty of molds done. I have a concept, I have the idea, and of course I will listen to your suggestions as well. I think he needs to go soon. I will message my husband so he can come quicker. I'm checking if everybody is fine here. I hope you found the link. We are a little bit crazy about new molds. Yes, I guess so. So I'm still waiting. Hello, everyone. And for those of you, if there's somebody new, welcome. I hope you are going to enjoy, and I promise I will get rid of this little one in a moment. So let's hope that everything is going to go smoothly. It's very windy outside. We have a proper storm weather for 2 days in a row now. So I've got mobile internet connection. Things may go wrong, but yesterday it was pretty good. So I think we should be fine. And we're going to create together, and I'm going to include quite a lot of the new products in the project. And one of the ideas is to use this really cute bird school, and we are going to start with the large wooden box. I didn't take this one for the photo because it was simply too big to put on my setup, so it is going to take just a moment. So I'm afraid I have to let him go for a moment, so bear with me. Grab something for kind of drink, okay? Dobrze, że jesteś. Przecież on musi, już go musiałam wypuścić, bo tak mu się chce, że już nie mogę. Byłam siku, ale to jest też, idź jeszcze raz.
Mi się chwalę, że nie było mi 5 minut.
No to moja wina?
Moim zdaniem to ty połowę z tego, co ty chcesz, żebym tam z nim wychodził, to kurde on sobie miał w dupie to za przeproszenie. Stoi pod drzwiami i się wychodzi.
Okay. So, the situation is under control. Time to put the gear on. Okay, so I think this is time to start. Sorry for the little inconvenience, but it was getting a little bit serious, so it's always like that. Always something is happening. So I know some of you were watching the live stream yesterday when there was the official reveal. People were really excited about some of the products, and I was so happy to see they wanted to see everything, and they were waiting to see the molds and everything else. And today we are going to include a lot of molds on the top of this box. Of course, we're going to start with some textures and we are going to decorate it and then paint it in a cool way. I just want to show you what kind of painting or similar kind of painting I plan for that top. First of all, I would like to make some nice sides in a similar way to the box that I was making here for Life with Prima. So I would like to add a bit of textures on the sides as well. And this Gothic stencil will be perfect for the Gothic box. But then the top is going to be more in the style of these projects. So we are going to make our composition really striking. Of course, for Gothic has to be properly dramatic, and the light is going to come from the inside and go to the outsides, because that is my concept. That's going to be really striking and really attracting a lot of attention. So I want to go that way to start with. We have to start with some textures, of course, some background textures, and then it is going to be a good moment to continue with the embellishments and the layers. What do you think about that plan? Okay, so it looks like my plan is working. It's going to be nice. First of all, the textures. It's going to be just easier to do the sides first. And I really wanted to use the Gothic stencil, so I will check if I have it here on hand. And of course, luckily, yes. And of course, I started with coat of black gesso to prime the box. It's not perfectly painted, but we will paint more than one time. So it's fine. Even if you will see some little bits and pieces, it's just like the first step. And you can use black paste if you want to, because we have the onyx paste in the new release, but because this is really delicate pattern, I would think the letters are not going to be so beautiful. So instead, I will just take modeling paste, or I will take some kind of gel medium. I've got 3D gloss gel here, and I will do that. And later I will just paint it nicely with the black gesso, and there will be no problem with any kind of textures. I think I'm going to start here on the side of the box. This is probably the highest I can go with my camera now, but I will try to lift you a little bit more up, because this box is really challenging. Can you pull the leg? We'll just try to adjust the camera. Pociągnij tą nogę do siebie ostatnią, na tym trójnogu. Okay.
So,
That's maximum.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Już nic nie rób. Proszę. Wiem. Yeah, this is kind of challenge with the side of the project, like this. I think this is the best. Okay, so I'm going to start with the palette knife and a bit of the 3D gloss gel, which is going to turn transparent. And now it's just a matter of finding cool part of the text I would like to see here. Ooh, that is going to be lovely. Of course, you can add some extras if you want, just for good measure. And we can do it on the side as well. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's supposed to be something old anyway. So now, before going on the other side, I have to dry it a little bit with the heat gun. And of course the gel is going to turn transparent anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. And the composition is going to be in the middle, just like I showed you on the canvas. The light is going to come from the inside going to the outside, and the plan is to make it concentrated in the middle and then a little bit diluted to the sides. So at this point, when I have my stencil here, I can use it for adding a little bit of the delicate textures on the sides as well. That's going to be like barely visible comparing to the main composition. So I can push it a little bit in the corners. I think for the dramatic Gothic project, that will do a very good job. Okay, let's do similar thing on the other side. I will just clean the stencil. And it's not like I'm not planning to use black onyx paste. Of course I will use it, but I will use it more for freehand effects, because here with this stencil and these very delicate letters, some of these sand pieces would simply get stuck. So Why asking for trouble? I will just try to keep it safer and just play with bigger stencils if I want to use the sparkling onyx paste. Oh yeah, that's very good start for the textures for the Gothic box. And now, of course, this has to be clean. And I will put it next to my stove for a moment to dry. So I don't have to wait. And in the meantime, I will tell you what the plan is, and I will show you the main focal point I planned for today, which is the bird school. And we can start with embellishing that because it needs a little bit of drying as well. So I will keep it because I want to add text on the other side. And I picked the school from the biggest mold with the bird schools. It was called Birds and Bats. And this is here by accident. And I was trying to figure which one is going to work better. And then we had a discussion with my husband just a moment before. And I was saying, listen, I've got these two ideas to start. It may be this one, of course, for Gothic style. This is perfect. Very good size. And it would nicely sit on the top as a start of the composition. Or the other idea is to go with this largest cog. And he said, well, if it's going to be about Gothic and vampires, I should probably start with the this very ornate mirror frame instead. So I'm going to listen to his advice. However, with this one, it would also look very cool, maybe just a little bit more steampunky, right? But we're going for vampires, like full-blown vampire style. So that will be the beginning. And I told you I want this light to come out of the skull. So what I figured, the best result is going if I'm going to use metal flakes on the top. And I want to make it silver, super shiny silver. And I have two options. I have the one with the eyes empty and full. And I think this one is going to be easier for me to use. And of course, also for better drama, I will start with a bit of gesso. So all these imperfections that will happen when I will be putting the flakes on the top, they will reveal a bit of the black textures from the bottom, which of course are going to work really nicely with our idea of the Gothic project. Yeah, vampire topic, like I couldn't wait. Come on, I had to be quiet for so long. And I have to tell you, if I'm a little bit slow today, please forgive me. I am just not too well. And I used a lot of energy in the last 2-3 days and I don't have much left. So if my brain is going to freeze for a moment, sorry. I'm just a human. I wish I was a vampire. I had more energy probably. Okay, so we start with the black. And again, we are not going for perfection. It's just to prime it and to make sure all the imperfections that are going to show, they're going to be in black color. That is the coat of black gesso. We dry. Yeah, the bat wings too. I know, this is part of the plan. No, it's not Kai. He was a good boy. It's life. Life and people who are not always able to cooperate the way you expected. Yeah, I plan to recharge. I really plan, but now it is like things started to go on one on the top of another. Like we have the new release coming. At the same time, we have the usual things going, and then there's art adventure classes, which I'm teaching as well, and they want to plan something else. So there is a lot of things going on behind the scenes, including I'm working on the fall release already, and there are some finishing touches that need to be urgently approved or done, and it's pulling me different directions. And this is one of the reasons today we are not doing the creativity whispering, because I was not able to focus on anything else except new release. I couldn't switch so quickly from one topic to another. And this is advice for you as well. And if you are a creative person and you plan your work, try to plan it in blocks. And if you plan in blocks, that means you will be able to work more efficiently, because your brain takes a lot of energy to switch from one kind of task to another. So if on one day you are working in typically creative way, like you are focusing on creativity, planning, making some designs, and so on and so on, and then you try to break it halfway and start doing things which are, let's say, accountancy, or things which are completely from different area. You're going to use the other side of your brain, not the creative one. It's going to be harder for the brain to switch, and it's going to make you tired quicker. So if it's possible, I try to plan my work. I have blocks of creative days, and I have blocks of days which are more focused on like everyday tasks, such as answering emails, writing messages, paying bills, and so on. And this way I'm trying to keep more energy for the things I need to do. So come on. And now it's a lot of things that have to be done quickly. Yeah, the switching is taking much more energy than you think. And the problem is, the older you are, the harder it is. So I'm just saying. Yeah, no worries. This is my pleasure. I really love creating for you. So this is like, okay, once I figure out what we are doing, I'm fine. The problem is when I have to just come with a lot of answers very quickly sometimes, and then when the blocks happen. Gesso is dry, and because it is completely matte, you can figure out it is ready to go. I just missed a spot, which is annoying, so I will just do it. And then I squeeze the gilding glue on my palette, so I will be able to apply the flakes. And in the meantime, our box is drying, so it's perfect combination. You can't see it, but behind me there is a fire in the stove burning. It's very cold in the last days. And in the winter time, I usually have the stove on here during the day. So now the box is very close to the stove, so I can focus on doing something else. What time are you live for Adventure Your Time? I don't even know yet. What time is it in the schedule? Can you tell me? See? Yeah, Carmen, you got it right. You sometimes get overwhelmed quickly. That's how it works. I had to skip both on Sunday because of work. I'm going to retake them. Yes, they will be waiting for you. The Netherlands also called -15 at nights. Oh no, this is not that cold here. It's Poland is like that. I spoke to my parents and they said it's terrible. Like, this is really, really cold winter now with a lot of snow. But Ireland is just usual winter storms. So we have very strong wind. And if you are this person that would react to changes of the weather, it's really affecting you as well, because the pressure outside is just going up and down all the time. And we had snow, we had rain. Now it's dry, but the wind is blowing, so it is not good time. Yeah, really, resting is important. So remember when I was telling you last time, when you apply the gilding glue, you wait for this to get transparent. It's very tacky anyway. You don't need to do anything else. You can just give it a moment of drying. And that means you have a moment. And of course, put your brush in the water so it's not going to die. Thank you, Nunu. -9 a day, but children are happy. Yeah, they love the snow. Okay, so I would say this is turning transparent. So I think we are close to the moment when we can apply the flakes. Let's try. I will clean my fingers first. Some people are very good. They are using the tweezers and other tools. I have tweezers. I can try, but I never was convinced I'm careful enough to use tools like that. Oh, cat fur. So let's try to make it pretty and silver. Hello, birdie. This is beautifully shiny. This is like the best thing about these flakes. They give you the shiny finish, which is hard to compare to paint because it is real metal shaving. So they're going to be really, really shiny. So I'm just trying to cover parts of the beak as well. And the top of the skull. And now the sides. I'm not so concerned about the inside of the eyes because, you know, it's going to create a little bit more of depth, but I really want to have the sides of the skull covered. Oh, in the meantime, I also gilded the paper towel. And now here, this is the part which is potentially important. So I would say this is the technique that needs a little bit of patience. I'm going to use the brush. Yay! That sounds wonderful, Carmen. Wow, that is shiny. Of course, I will have to paint inside of the eyes, but I think vampires would approve. Silver skull. "5 p.m. in Ireland. Ah, that's nothing. I think my time were, they asked me what I wanted, so I think I picked something more sane. So it's not going to be too late or too early. Now we can put it on the side. You can dry it with the heat gun, but honestly, this glue now is going to hold it in place. That was easy, or what? Yeah, it is just perfect. So now we can come back to our box. And look at that, it's already transparent. So now I can do the last side of the box. This is the problem when you have three-dimensional items. You have to plan it a little bit when it comes to the work, so you're not going to destroy your own work by accident, right? Because when you are in the hurry, you would like to have everything done quickly, and some accidents may happen. So if you're planning something, try to remember that you will need time for drying of these as well. Let's add something on the back as well. So this is not going to be sad, because you never know. The box may feel not happy that we missed that spot. Perfect. Now I can clean the stencil and I start working on the composition. So in a way, we're working in a kind of funny way, because we have the top, so the bird, and we have the bottom, so the background prepared. And now, oh shit, I'm sorry. I put the finger in the stencil. This is what I was saying. Just be careful, don't ruin your own work. And look at it. It's okay. So it's going to be fine. So now we have to work on the middle part. We have to do the composition, and we're going to use heavy body gel to glue it, and then we're going to figure what can we do to make it look really dramatic and shiny. And the answer was what I'm using with the stencil. I use 3D gloss gel because it is very creamy, and it's going to give me just transparent dimensional result, which is quite nice. And even if I don't paint everything, it's going to look shiny, so that works. I didn't want to use any texture product because I know with the stencil some of these details could be simply lost. So my plan, no worries Gabi, we're happy you're here. So the plan was to use this together with the bird as a beginning of the composition. And of course, at the beginning, it doesn't mean it's going to be just these two elements. You know me, there will be so much more going on. We'll have a lot of bits and pieces on this table. But you can see the light is going to come from that school and it's going to go to the sides. That's the plan. So I can add something more before I'm going to glue the frame, which is a really big element. So I looked through my new supplies and I figured this chipboard is going to be perfect because it's long and it will add very beautiful, quite unique pattern to the project. So I'm going to take this chipboard out. This is the one I want to use here. And it's going to give me the long element I can use as the part at the beginning of the composition. This chipboard set is called Machine Floral Decors, and this is from the new collection, of course. Now let's see how that is going with the frame. I would like to see a bit more. So let's cut it, right? So this way it is going to go to the side. Of course, we were talking in the previous streams about the rules of composition and about how to pick your focal point. Oh yeah, that's better. And we discussed that the central point for the composition is very strong, very striking, and you should avoid that. But let's talk about vampires for a moment. If you think about that style, Gothic style, everything in Gothic is monumental. Everything in Gothic is large and let's say, flamboyant and heavily decorated, and the elements of Baroque, elements of Gothic style, it's all mixed together, and the colors are very, very strong as well. So I would say in this style that we are going for now, it is hard to make a mistake. If you, the stronger the your composition is, the better, because it's going to be this impact we are looking for. So don't be shy. If you go for something in which in the nature is very strong and dramatic, you don't have to stop yourself. You can use the strongest visual compositions, and everything is going to be very much in place. So I start with the keyboard, and of course you can see I'm using the same 3D gloss gel, which is dirty now because I put the wrong lid on the top, because I told you today I'm slow. And it's okay. It's my gel, and it's going to be black anyway. So I'm going to use that black dirty gel now. Right, so we have that like a starting line. We can of course add more elements later, but once we glue first elements in, we at least have something for our eyes to start, and it's easier to imagine the other elements. If you want to get rid of the blobs of gel, this is the moment to rub it in with the brush, so nobody will see it. So the image will be a little bit more crispy. And of course, chipboard is quite delicate element, but because it's going to be under gesso and under paint, there is a very slight chance this is going to get damaged. So even on the box that people are going to touch a lot, we are still fine. Okay? Oh, thank you, Christelle. You are so nice. Now, I think this is the moment when I can stick that part, because I don't want this to be too far up, because that may cause trouble. I will rather overlap with the elements on the top instead. So to make my life easier, I will just take heavy body gel, which is holding everything in place quicker. And we will attach the main one. Thank you, Asha. You're very, very good. You just, uplifting messages. Yeah, we can see that you screwed it up, but it's fine. We all do it. Well, the truth is we all do it. It is not like people who do it professionally, they avoid the mistakes. They still do them. And as I told you, you may have a better day and feel like a young goddess, and then you may have a bad day and you feel like you are ready to go to your coffin like a vampire. This is just it. So, okay, that should be straight. Again, if you would like to get rid of the extra gel, pick it up with the wet brush or rub it so nobody will see. It's not going to be a big problem, but it's a good start. So now we can check how much space the focal point is going to take. Okay, we have quite a lot of space here to play with the elements. And I keep this chipboard nearby. Maybe I will use some of these cogs. You never know. Once I opened, it's good to have it. And I have more of the mechanical parts here on hand as well. So, well, these will be of course too big, but there are some smaller ones in that set. So I'll keep it here. And I have the set with the wings. I really wanted to use the bat wings and some bones. So we can do some of the auditioning if the larger wing is better or the smaller wing is better, to see. Huh. I think the smaller ones. And you say large. Okay, you win. There's more of you. Large. So now we can think about putting that in the right position. And look, the first problem we have here, this would be very wobbly. So the first thing we can do to help this stay is to put something in here that is going to help. And I'm trying to figure how much will be visible, but that part will be. So I will try to find an element that is going to fit in the middle of my frame, and at the same time it is going to solve the problem. No. Yeah. See? It's one of the older cogs, but because I needed something and that part will be visible, I can plan. That sounds cool. Asha has really good point here when it comes to the imagination. Okay, let me check if this is the right position. Ooh, that will be lovely. Not bad at all, I think. Well, proper vampire box. If you have any vampires in your neighborhood or your friends, you know what to do for the next St. Valentine's Day. They will surely approve. And then I have a lot of space here, and that is giving me a chance to put something cool and thick over the, not over the rainbow. My husband is always on point. This is fitting, but let me see if I have anything more like crown. Ooh, that looks like a halo. It's covering quite a lot of the frame though, but I'm not sure if I mind. Because look at that though. I think we have a winner. This is what I really like about elements you have in the molds and in your mechanicals, if they work together to create unique look. So when you decide about the final design, how you want the elements to go, you can make this design to look different every time. You may use the same elements, but you will arrange them differently. So I know the frame is very finished, but on the other hand, it's more like a background element. And then we can play with other parts to create different looks. So this is quite striking start, I think. Good job so far. So now we have to look for the smaller bits and pieces to add a little bit of the irregularity to it, because now everything seems to be so very symmetrical. And that means it's going to be very, very straight, and we need to break that balance a little bit. Look for the smaller bits and pieces. We have space here, we have space here, so let's look through the embellishments and see what we can fit. I prepared, of course, some options for myself, and of course I have some bones, because bones will be perfect. So we have bones in bigger and smaller sizes. And then we have large bones as well. Of course, you can break them into smaller pieces, because like, that would be too big. But maybe one of these. Just a random idea that came to my mind. Skull looking sideways. Yeah, this one is smaller, which is a shame. No, something else would be nice. Okay. Come on, where are you? Well, 3D layering, it always needs a little bit of the trying, right? Not every element is going to fit perfectly, so it's good to try different options. I'm trying to think what I can do with the bones to make them look cool. Yeah, I will break them, but I'm just trying to think how far we can go. Whoa, that's really strong. I use the tool to break it easier. So it will look like there are some bones hiding under the frame as well. So that is a good idea. And this is really large. And then people will ask me, well, what were you doing in your last live stream? Yeah, I was breaking bones. I have a cool idea. Ooh, that is good, but it has to be shorter. That is really nice. Or, but now it's legs. No, the legs, no. No. Hold bones in its beak. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I just need to find smaller sizes as well. Oh, that will be nice. Yeah, but this part of the crown has a little bit broken detail. I need to see if it's really annoying or not. Yeah, up. I'm sure up position is better for these. So now we have these parts still waiting for some extras, and I have something on my mind here. I wanted to include some of the leaves as well, because I don't want it to be just molds and chipboards. I think we need something floral to go with the main composition as well. So I have some of the mechanicals from the older collection, right? So they will be useful as well. Hearts, yeah, of course, hearts. And some of the gears as well. So with the good start, you don't really need a lot of work and your composition will be ready, because it has a lot of details here we can use. Let me glue these first elements, and then we are going to add the missing parts into the the wings, and everything will click into place. So first, let's stick the big bones. Flowers goes very well because this is a part of the, especially roses. If we have roses, they are very much in the style. Yes, steamy Gothic, exactly. Well, you have to add some steampunk into it as well. I told you when I started making my first projects and they included a lot of mechanical parts, my friends told me, oh, you're doing a lot of steampunk style. I was like, oh, okay. I had to Google what that is because I didn't realize it existed. So I will try to find some roses because I think they would be nice on the side of that composition. I should have some roses here in the container. Oh, come on, you bone, stick. This is very dimensional part, so I have to put a lot of gel. But when I started with steampunk, it was 2009 and 10, so it was very early for that style. It mostly existed, but as a style of clothing, you know, for all these convents where people were meeting each other in real life, and they were dressing up in those lovely gowns and leather, and they were wearing goggles and everything. That was so cool. I'm losing my patience with you, you little bone. Thank you. That's much better. Okay, we cleaned it a little bit. Now I wanted to put this heart in here, so under that there will be heart as well. I start really to like this box. It will be so cool. And now let's see what kind of smaller cogs I have on hand, which are going to fit on the sides but not to cover. And let's see what kind of flowers I can find here. I've got these ones, but they are a little bit too big. I have lotus, but I don't see the roses. I need to bring the roses from other container. Just give me a second, and in the meantime you can think what would you put on this box by yourself. Good luck, we have it. Yes, the clothes were first, the art came after. Okay, so we can try to slide this one here and then finish with something smaller, and then for good measure we can use the other one on the other side, but not so symmetrical. I think we're going to combine it with something else, but again I need to break it because it's too big. Oh, see, that works better. If something is, covering too much, you can always change the style of it. It's no problem. Hello, hello. We have more people joining. That's great. It's good to see you here. Well, it's the first live session where we really create using the new products. So it's nice to see how they come together, and if the ideas I had on my mind when I was making them really work in real life, because it's not always the case. Sometimes you have this brilliant idea and then you realize that, whoops, it wasn't that brilliant at all. Oops, go here, little one. We're coming close to the final look. We will now just add small bits and pieces, but don't forget about finishing touches to the composition. Now's the time to look for small embellishments which are going to add the special look. So I will be adding things like small flowers, small pebbles, stars, to feel the composition so it really looks rich and finished. This star is going to cover the break between the bone and the frame, so nobody will know except you and me. And I will try to find similar solution on the other side. And I will look into the leaves so I can fill the gaps nicely. You pre-ordered the molds, yay! Oh, Vasilis is here as well. Good to see you. How are you doing, my friend? Not bad at all. Oh, I know what is annoying here. Gel medium on my apron. I keep touching that with my hand. Oh. Exciting stuff. Well, I'm happy you are excited, guys. Really. Because this is the best thing that may happen to the designer when people are excited about the release and they can't wait. I'm not sticking the bird school yet because it will be easier for me to paint it without it. I just keep it on so I can measure how far I can go with different elements. So because it's really nicely silver, let's play with the leaves now and see how much I need to add. Well, good news for all of my brand ambassadors who are here. The boxes are in and we are repacking them. So Monday and Tuesday, hopefully they're all going to go to you. I will start with the leaves on the bottom layer. Yeah, it's literally happening now. I'm making the stream for you and Andrew is packing the boxes. So we started like that. We still see quite a lot of the flower, which I like. Now I was thinking this is too big. We need something smaller. Ooh, that is cool. Come on, cooperate. So now, as you can see, I'm breaking the symmetry of that composition a little bit. I don't want it to be too symmetrical, too predictable, because it is sometimes just too much. So now I'm going to add a few bits and pieces to make it different. Okay. I have no patience, sorry. That is easier. What are you making? Because I can hear that you're making some plans for something in Poland, that you're going to make something, and I'm wondering what. And co będziecie robić? A donut? Oh no. I don't even want to say anything about donuts. So for the guys who don't know what is the thing about Polish people and donuts, we have a celebration which is called Fat Thursday, and it's the last Thursday of the carnival before the Lent. And we are supposed to eat donuts on that day. And on all over my Facebook on Thursday, people were showing they're eating donuts, or they're making donuts, or they have donuts coming, or just cruel. First of all, I have no donuts here, and I have no possibility to make them because I'm dieting. And here donuts are not so great anyway. So I was dying. Thursday was like pure torture. And I was ready to curse everybody and their donuts. What do you think? I think we have it. Yeah, the fat day is good. Fat Thursday is terrible. You know, great when you can eat it. It's terrible when you just have to watch all the donuts all over Facebook feed. And people are, you know, exchanging information that which shop is having the best donuts in Warsaw, and you think like, oh my god, how cruel can you be? Just don't even mention. Now I'm really jealous. Okay, I just need smaller bits and pieces, such as maybe a few pebbles, and this is going to be finished. What do you think? Pierożki. Why we are talking about the food again? You have no mercy, people. Yes, the pancake is Tuesday, true, and you celebrated with the pancakes, and this is also cool, of course. But I don't think you are so vocal about your pancakes as Polish people are about they are about the donuts. I didn't see pancakes that much. You're eating donuts right now. Oh my god, Carmen. You're killing me. Like, really? Oh no, I'm doomed. But it's okay. Tomorrow my husband, he promised me that is my day when I will just skip 1 or 2 meals, and I will get my apple fritters for dinner. It's like my reward for being a good girl for a long time. Okay, no, don't show me the pancakes. Have mercy. Maybe I just don't remember from previous years, and they are going to be everywhere. Okay, I will take a small set of pebbles, and I will add some details here and here. Small meringues. Oh no, favorki. David, or you will be banned from this. You will be banned from this stream in a moment. What is favorki? Vasilis, this is kind of a little fried cake in the shape that is elongated, and they are usually finished with icing sugar on the top. Very crunchy.
Because it's frying in the deep oil.
Yes, it's fried in a deep oil, my husband says.
Usually it's, I don't know, it's mallet.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, it should be done on the pork fat, but... Oh. Favorki are better than donuts? I don't agree. I'm on the team donuts.
No.
Especially if they are with the right stuffing. It has to be the right stuffing, and I'm absolutely sold when it comes to donuts. My husband is team Favorki, so we can't agree here, but it's okay. We can share easier this way. Yeah, I don't think there's English name for Favorki because this is more traditional like food, which is very, very much connected to the end of carnival celebration. We don't eat it that much in the whole year except that day. So in the meantime, when we're talking about food and you are tormenting my poor soul, I'm adding some extras like pebbles floating around to add this effect, like it's like the light will come out of the composition.
Angel wings?
Angel wings? Maybe. My husband Googled that and he said it is possible. In English they're called angel wings.
Angel wings.
It's the way. Oh, see? Sky Blue Hippie is with me. She doesn't want to hear about food at 2 a.m. And I'm dieting and I can't eat. Unfortunately, yes, everything which is connected to frying in fat is yummy. Oh, my poor life. Okay, maybe one or two of the tiny ones left. That should do. I love food. I'm on the same team, Samantha. Really, I love food as well. And this is part of the problem for me. Okay, so I was thinking I can put a smaller bird school here as well, so it is nice combination. Or we can use this guy. Oh, that would be even nicer. I'm not even looking on the chat anymore because you are still talking about food. Cruel people. Yeah, I know, Vasilis, you are dieting, but you have a really good reason and you are doing a great job, I heard. Oh, Samantha, you're only 50. Oh, this life is not fair. I don't remember the time. I don't even think I was ever 58 in my life. Okay, so we added this guy here and it looks cool. Then I need to dry it all so I can later put my bird school on the top of it and then we can start painting. So you can see, you could see how I started with the frame, which is going to be still very visible because of the elements. Then we added the wings using this bird school to measure how much space we really have. And then we played with the idea of the big bones, and then we filled the empty spaces with flowers, and then going to smaller and smaller bits and pieces. I really wanted to use the leaves because I wanted to have this look a little bit, I unusual, not very typical, just wings and skulls, right? I wanted to make it more eclectic Gothic, if you know what I mean. And now it looks like the bird is going to hold the bones in the beak, and we will have these wings visible, these big bones visible. Everything seems to come together nicely. So now it's the time to dry it, and this is important, so you are going to dry it completely before you paint. My legs are 58. Vasilis, you are so funny. So before you're going to paint, make sure that everything stays in place. Yeah, the bones under the beak was a great idea. I agree. That was really cool option. And I'm glad that we added these extra layers. So this is going to be really dimensional, of course. When you dry something so dimensional, try to blow with the hairdryer or heat gun from different angles, so it is easier for the things to stay in place. Yeah, the keyboard is adding beautiful detail to it. We covered 90% of it, but it's okay. And the only way I know is to soak your hands in water when you have a bath or shower, and then peel it off using scrub or just peel it off. There's a reason I don't have fancy manicure, because I work with the art mediums very often, and that would ruin my nails very quickly. So I prefer to just have natural nails, and it's easier for me to clean them. Unfortunately, any kind of housework, such as hand washing, dishwashing, helps. Also, when you wash your hair, shampoo softens the glue as well. Almost there. I can feel they are getting more solid. I'm mostly concerned about that part, but I can always dry it a little bit longer. And we have this cute skull here as well. Yeah, paint on the nails is not so great when you want to go out, but I try to keep it clean. Well, also keeping that short helps, so I can always cut off the excess if it's going to be too dirty. But unfortunately, the only thing that works is to do like hand washing a lot, which is not good for your skin anyway. So, Hannah, has Prima find? No, they didn't find the new vendor for the Lotus yet. They are talking to new vendors. There's a problem with that one. I really feel sad because this is great set of embellishments. So now I'm trying to paint everything with the black gesso, but we are going to add some shiny stuff anyway. So if you're going to miss one or two spots, don't panic, okay? You don't have to paint the gel, but if it's on the way, the text, just paint it, it's going to be fine anyway. Oh, see, this one was still moving, so I will glue it better. Okay. So I'm trying to dab the black gesso in all the cavities, so it's going to be easier. And of course, don't forget to paint the chipboard. This is the most delicate part of the composition anyway. This guy also is in the need of the priming. And now we can think about the color we will start with. And I was thinking we should start with some kind of blues and purples, because these are the colors that would go nicely with the Gothic style. What do you think? Blues and purples, and then of course touches of silver, which are going to help us create the light effect coming out of it. Oh, no worries. We will wait for you. I know Artventure only happens one time per year, and we will be waiting for you anyway, because we love you, Terry, so no worries. But Artventure is a lot of fun, I heard. People said they learned so many things, and they have really great time with the classes. So, well, if I didn't have the release now, I would probably watch the classes myself, but now I will try to do it later. I can feel this wing is moving a little bit. Let's see if this is going to be visible at all, because I'm trying to paint the part that maybe... Yeah, no, I have to go here instead. This is more important. And you stay here. Yep. Well, that is the very beginning of the coloring. We will see how it is when it is dry. Quick drying with the heat gun is going to set the gesso, it's going to turn matte, and we will see the result. It's good to look from different angles, because when you paint, there are always places that you miss. And now look, I'm just lifting the box, and because it's so dimensional, I need to go in details here. And I will take a smaller brush to get into that space. You know, this is so relaxing. I think this wing is not sitting properly, and that's why it is annoying. Now it will sit. Drying time again. But I absolutely agree, Katya is a great teacher. She's super talented and she has all the patience and she can explain everything so well. Yeah, the silver school now is going to look amazing. Of course, we are going to change the black into some other tones, but now it is going to be, look at that. I'm just saying the truth, Katya. Like, you have a lot of skills. Like when it comes to teaching, not every great artist is a good teacher. And this is very true. You have to know how to explain the process to the people, and you have to have this patience and just, you know, the imagination, what kind of struggle people can have, and so on and so on. And some people are great, super talented artists, and they are not able to explain everything. And some of them, they are having this ability to teach and to explain the process, to encourage people. And this is very important, because if you want to, people to understand how the process works, you have to be able to explain. So look at that. We have pretty cool vampire box started. And now, I wanted to use the texture pastes, of course. So we are going to look at Jewel Effect paste in blue opals and a little bit of diamond rings as well. And I would like to start that all with the a bit of the color which is going to be shimmery, because I was thinking about this project yesterday and I was wondering, okay, should I start with liquid acrylics or should I go with metallics? And I figured metallics is going to be great because they start with the shimmer and we are all going for the light. And silver is going to go so nicely with the skull, so this is important. And also, I don't really have to prime with white gesso if I do the metallics, so this is kind of a shortcut. Some people will be wondering why I'm not using waxes. And the truth is, with the multi-layered project, it's much easier to get results the way you know, it's much easier to paint in multiple ways when you're using acrylics because they are possible to layer one on top of another. With the waxes, they're resisting, so I would use them as a last step of the project instead of coloring right now. So if you're not sure what you want to use and you plan to use some paste for texture later, this paste is going to stick much better to acrylic paint than to wax. So if you're just planning to go all over with waxes, doesn't matter. But if you're planning to use some acrylic products, it's much easier if you don't have any waxes yet. I hope that makes sense. And now I'm going to see what kind of purples and blues I have here. I've got, oh, Midnight Sky, that's a good name. And I've had some purple. I've got Amethyst, which is not bad at all. And I have Dark Velvet, which is very vampire tone. I should be having some royal blue here as well, but I can't see. Ow! I can't see it now, so I think it's going to be enough with these metallic paints. And one has a replacement cup. Oh, they were not open for a long time. Let's see how they feel. Okay, this one is great shape, no problem. Hello, Katerina, good to see you. Katerina just joined us today, so she's the new patron and she's so welcomed. This is, ooh, beautiful. Dark Velvet. This is from the first release, but for this project, I think it's perfect. Amethyst is a little bit more pinky, so maybe next time. I think these two tones will be enough. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what we need to do. So I will just replace the water because everything is black, and I will come here and we will start painting the background. Dlaczego moja kolacja jest na podłodze? Got it. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you for saying hello to the new people. Oh, thank you. Clean brushes, clean water so we can play. And I would like to keep the outsides of the box black. We only want to get these colors closer to the composition. So I will try to put most of the paint mostly on the embellishments, and then we can work with some drips and see what happens. So this purple is absolutely beautiful, and we can, as I usually do, we can help with a bit of water. This is like perfect vampire color, I think. So that is going to work just perfectly. We will try to add this darker purple sheen. And we can add some of the blue as well to make it more dimensional. Like when you use just one color, the project is always feeling a little bit more flat. When you add more colors from the same kind of color palette, but more tones, it does look more interesting. There's like a bit of like opalescence happening as well. And because it's acrylic paint, if you don't like something, you can always put another coat on the top as well. We can move it, just see how the paints are distributing themselves. Very, very much vampire colors. Of course, blood is missing, but we can add blood later. So, you know, we don't have to worry about that now. Okay, I think we have a nice, really group of colors here, so it's good start. Let's see what is happening once it is dry, because you never know exactly until you will see the dry look. -18 on some days. Wow, that is cold. Yeah, Andrew is busy packing the boxes for brand ambassadors. He is really working hard here in the background. We want to ship them as quickly as possible. The name of the blue is Midnight Sky, and the purple is Dark Velvet. -34 yesterday here in the morning. My God, Christelle, where are you? Sounds like Siberia. Bye, Terry. See you later. Enjoy the class. Quebec. Wow. That sounds... Yeah, the Canada. No, that is Celsius. No. Fahrenheit doesn't go below 0. No. Są stopnie Fahrenheita na minusie? Oh my god. Kelvin. Yeah, sorry. But still, minus in Fahrenheit is extremely cold.
Yeah.
No. So it doesn't happen in real life in the weather. No, this is wrapping tape. So look at that. Good start. Almost there. I made it really wet though, so I really want to make sure everything is going to be properly dry before we are going to do anything to it. Nice. Now, let's see how our... Ooh, pretty. So, metal flakes on it. I still don't want to put it yet because I will wait until we have more of the colors. And some of you noticed, maybe, that I didn't really use any of the textures. I didn't add any art stones, or I didn't put any of the micro beads or anything. And this is because I was planning to use new jewel paste. And that is a product that already has gritty finish in it. So that should help us to add a little bit of this lovely texture to the project anyway. So I'm just playing here with this side of the project as well. I'm adding a little bit of color, especially on the skull. And we are going to add the texture now and see how it's going to present itself on this lovely composition. Yes, the classes are next weekend, so you still have time to join. No worries, Samantha, we are here to help. So it's always good to ask. Everybody here is super friendly and very nice. Very, very cool, I think. I do more like this watercolor technique I was showing on Facebook Live, but now we are going completely dark. So it's going to be a different look, of course. And we use metallic instead of liquid acrylics, which contain shimmer, so the effect is different. Now, we are starting with blue opals, which is a bit iridescent blue-purple paste. It's more blue than purple, of course, and that means you are going to see mostly the blue effect in it, but it's going to give us a lot of lovely undertones as well. So what I want to do first, I want to dab it in some parts and to see what happens, and to add this gritty finish. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I'm sorry, I got a bit excited. And of course, if you want to make it a little bit more flowy, you can use the water as long as the paste is wet, right? So this is the same way of creating that. And now look, I hope you can see this glitter when I'm spraying purple glitter. Hopefully you can, because it's amazing. So I'm going to add some accents with that in the certain parts of the composition. It has a bit of green tone in it as well, so it's breaking our composition, so our colors into a little bit different tone, which is interesting as well. Of course, you can use it with stencils, but you can use it the way we are doing it now. It's so, so pretty. To be Patreon is better than Netflix. Well, I think, Vasily, you should be my impresario, or how you call impresario in English? Oh my God. Manager. Yeah, you should be my manager. You are the best person to think about ways of advertising and convincing people it's worth to try. Oh my God, it's so good. I was thinking it's going to be cool, but this is cooler than I expected. Ta-da! Finnabair flicks, yeah. So you can see it has a bit of green undertone in it. It's really close to real jewel effect of the opals. So I'm so, so happy about the look of it. Wow. Let's dry and let's see what happens. Asha, you are so good. Look at that, it has green tones in it as well. Purple and green and blue. Let's dry. And we will see now where the silvers and lights should go. Because now we need to put this guy on the top and create the effect of light. So silver jewel paste is going to be useful, and we need to add something. For example, white acrylic paint or waxes that are going to create the effect of light coming from the inside. Yes, this paste is really cousin of the icing paste and cousin of the other acrylic ones. So you can use it a little bit like paint, of course, but it also has the texture. So from the blue opals you can expect special effects on the black. A little bit. Water. Hopefully you can see the glitter, I hope, because this purple glitter looks amazing. I will clean it a little bit. Now, time for planning. I told you, some of you didn't see the inspiration I have for today. This is one of the looks I have on my one of my in-person classes. So the plan was to make the light come from the inside and go to the outside. So we have the background color ready. Now we have to work on the light colors coming from here, right? So everything will go evenly to the sides. And that means I need to find a product which is going to be shiny. And that may be, for example, silver wax and pearl wax. And that may be white pearl acrylic paint. It all depends what you are going for. So I think we can start with the waxes and we will combine them with the diamond rings effect paste. So this is going to be silver with glitter, and that should give us a really beautiful shiny effect. I will keep that here. Look at that. Perfect. I'm glad I changed water for clean. Let me think. I should first put a little bit of wax and then I should add the texture. However, the wax is not going to be so easy to combine with it. Let me find the silver and white. This is white pearl, good thread highlights. Kotku. And here's old silver. No, I'm not spraying water over the heat gun. No worries. The heat gun is far away. I'm taking silver and I'm going to put just a little bit, and we are going to imagine the light comes out of that part. So I will first start with the brush for waxes. Maybe too big. I'm trying to find smaller one. Okay, this one is smaller. There's my palette nearby. So you can see that goes really well with the color of the school. And I'm trying to pull the color out in a circle. So when you put the school in here, it's going to create the result like it is the source of light. Does it make sense? No worries, Debbie. I'm still alive. Okay, so now take it a little bit further. We try to take it a little bit further, but very light, just the tops of embellishments, right? Trying to create the feeling like the light is coming out of the school. And this way is also great to highlight the details of the frame, details of the flowers. I'm trying not to cover too much of the effects we created on the wings, for example. I just want the tops to be visible. And it's always about, you know, imagination and trying to think how the light would come out of the place here. Kajtek. Kajtek. We can also add a little bit of the white. So that was old silver, and now I'm doing white pearl to make it even lighter in some parts. I'm going to use my finger. So this is even lighter. So closer to the source of light, we will have lighter colors, and further away we will just have a delicate touch on the tops. I hope that makes sense. It's better to do it in small steps, so you are not going to have too much on one time, because it's hard to undo the wax, right? So it's easier when you're going to just do bit by bit. And now more of the white. And we can try with our school to see how it's going to be. What do you think? I use two colors. First of all is silver wax, old silver, and then I add a little bit of the white pearl closer to the middle, so it seems to be even brighter. So I double layer. I'm adding a little bit of that wax over the skull on the side as well, because we need to highlight. I'm not sure if we can go much more vampire than that, but we will try. Yeah, it is Gothic. We will go for full-blown Gothic style. So, wow. Okay, I was expecting it's going to be good, but it does look really good. Now I will glue this one in, and we will try to work on the finishing touches to see what we can do with the silver paste. I would like to include a little bit of that as well. And we need to add some final touch-ups, of course. Your Charlie reacted to the bark. Yeah, he doesn't bark too much. He is very playful, but it is not too much. Like I was told, it may be a lot of barking, but he can react in a nice way when you say to stop. So this is my palette, my dear, and you don't take it. No, this is not a toy. No. Quick drying. Yeah, we need a bit of blood. You are right. Werewolf blood. First, we are going to try with a bit of the silver to see if my plan is going to work the way I expected. Like this vampire box is vampire box. I think I need a little bit more of the paste in that place. Here. Oh, sorry. It's stuck to my fingers. Perfection is overrated, they say. Now, this is going to stick now. So you can see why I was keeping away the skull for so long. It is just easier to keep it clean. Guns N' Roses box, yeah. I don't have guns here, but maybe for the future we should do some kind of style like that. So now I will add a tiny bit more of this glue paste in the places that maybe it is a tiny bit lost. So we have more of the texture. It's sticky, so it's, in the small amount it is going to stick on the wax, but it is just tiny bits, touches, not really using that in a full proper layer, because that would cause trouble. So please remember, waxes don't like acrylics to sit on the top, okay? It's important. And I will add maybe a tiny bit of purple as well here. It's multitasking. I'm putting the paste and at the same time I'm drying. It does look amazing. Phantom of the Opera, yeah. Now, we're going to add extras now with the silver. If you can hear a Poppy playing in the background, just ignore it. We have some serious attachment to the bowl. He loves to play with the bowls. He was also trying to play with my paint palette, but I took it away, so he was disappointed. He's so cute though. Right, so look, I'm just adding a bit of that silver, especially close to the skull. And now the closer I am to the outsides, the more water I'm going to use. So we don't really have this even coat. It's going to be more like blending one layer into another. That's it. Yeah, we will add the hints of red, of course, Carmen, we will. Not too much, because it's, you know, Just a little bit, but we will. Now I need to make sure there will be no water, so no drips. Fire ruby on the heart. Okay, well, I like your suggestions a lot. First thing we have to do is to add a little bit of the darker colors inside of the eyes, because now it looks a little bit strange. So I think we need to make that part darker. And after that, we're going to add some touches of the red tones and maybe some splatters, and that's it. So we can try using transparent black, so ink black, to see how it's going to work. Yeah, that's a delicate shadow. You don't have to worry that this is too much. And the same for the nose. And we can always apply more if we decide to do so. We will see how it's going to be after first application. I can see that you have some plans. Maybe, you never know. There is a chance. It's cool. Ooh, nice. Now we can do a little bit of the shadow around to create the feeling that there is more depth using the same paint. So I'm just trying to go under the skull to create the feeling. Don't go here. Not on the beak. Okay. I will think about it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to part with it yet. I have to have it in my hands for a few days first. And I will have to paint it inside as well, because now it is just white. sometimes these smallest touches, they really make huge difference. So it's good to think about it, and it's good to take the time. So if you feel that something was missing, don't be shy and just add it. Take your time, because it's worth it. I'm adding tiny bits of this paste again because I went too far with the black. Let's have a closer look. Ooh. I'm adding a tiny bit of this silver inside of the eyes now. To make a bit of sparkle. Too much water, as always. Yeah, that's pretty. And now, the last but not least, we need to do something about the blood. Not too much though. I think that should be just tiny touch of the blood. So what color should I use for that? There are options. We can make blood color out of carmine and crimson, but this is going to be very transparent and I can't really splatter that on the outside. Red wine would be the best, I think. This is color which is like red, bloody red, deep red. Of course the label is gone, but it's red wine. I will mix it because I can see there was a lot of glitter on the bottom there. This color is beautiful. What I would do first, I would do some splatters and see how this is going to go. So I take the lid and I put some water in it so the paint will come off the brush easily. Yeah, today is the clumsy day. I told you, I'm slow. It's pretty. Well, I should not be surprised. It's a pretty paint, but it's nice to see it's coming together nicely. Those little splatters. And yeah, I think we should paint that. It won't be that so easy because it's on the wax, but hopefully we can do it. Probably more than one layer will be needed. for good measure, we put it on the top as well. So this is having some like a triangle here of color. And now I will first water it down so it looks more natural, and then we dry it and I will repeat. Squeaking loudly, Carmen, you are so sweet. I will try to dry all the paint splatters everywhere. And I put the new layer on the heart, so it's really saturated. Now checking if there's any place I need to add a tiny bit more of that red, and I would say here. Not too much though. And that would be almost it. Taming that a little bit. With the wax on my finger, I'm just cleaning the surfaces a little bit. Oh no, not the heart. The heart was perfect. So what do you think? Yeah, red wine and silver is beautiful combination. Yeah, no, he's playing with his favorite person, so that should be fine. Andrew is really doing the dog sitting duty at this point. I added a little bit of that silver on the top from the paste, so the heart is a little bit more shimmery. I will try to give you a closer look. So I was using the paste for texture, but also for color. And you can see you can do similar stuff on the sides as well. I need to do something on this side because it's bare, and on the back. But to show you again, you can just play with the paint and with the paste. I was using mostly the opal opal is opalescent really. Blue opals have blue, purple and green inside, so remember that when you play with that on the dark colors. And then the water is doing the job. Sometimes it's just easier this way. Yeah. Oops, sorry. So we don't forget on the sides of the box as well, because otherwise it's going to look a bit strange. You can see the gel medium we used for stenciling is kind of resisting to the paint, so you see the text all under the paint clearly. So this is one of the advantages of using the gel medium for that purpose, and it really looks cool. So don't be shy in the future. Use that technique with black and you will see you will like the results a lot. I really felt I want to do something in the dark tone. After all these molds that I finally released, I really wanted to play with the something more creepy, something more dark. And here we go. You reacted very enthusiastically to this idea, so I could easily focus on making this box with you. Oh, you lost us, Katerina. No worries, this is recorded. You can always come back and watch again, so you didn't miss a thing. I will try to clean the table a little bit because there's no space left for the box. Of course, I will do the same to the bottom as well. The bottom is now a set of drips. We're going to do proper drying from all possible angles, and the Vampire Gothic box is ready. This shine coming from the metal flakes looks really amazing. Now it has to dry properly. Okay, so let's have a closer look. We've got textures, we've got metallic effects. Well, the focal point is surely there. You can see the skull really, really nicely. You can see the bones in the beak, I think. The wings look cool as well. I think they're a little bit crooked, but it's okay. I'm still able to fix it a little bit. And then we have the bones, we have the roses. So all that seemed to be fine. And then this skull here on this side, textures on that other side. Of course, this is going to be permanent finish, but if you are thinking what to do to the box because the black gesso is so matte and this is so shiny, you can also finish that with acrylic varnish. This is one of the options. Or what I'm going to do, just easier and faster for me, when everything is dry, I will just cover the wooden parts, not really the embellishments, because they are sealed anyway and I don't want to interfere with that. You can use some clear furniture wax to finish the box. and that is going to be really easy and quick. And transparent furniture wax is going to give it like semi, I would say, not semi-glossy, it's more like satin finish. And you can, of course, add that. So it's, yeah. So we included from the new collection opal paste, which is in showing the textures here, jewel blue opals. We used a little bit of the silver as well. This is diamond rings. We used new glue and silver flakes to cover the skull, the bird skull. Where's the glue? Gilding glue. I know there's gliding glue, but no, it's gilding glue. It is proper name here. Sorry for that. It was just late. So we used that. And of course, we used the new molds for the composition as well. So, I'm wondering what you think, and are you going to try to make similar effects in the future? I will just talk to you for a moment, holding the box in my hands. I think all the Gothic people would approve. Like, my inner vampire is happy, so I think that works. I will ask my husband. Kocur? Da radę? Mucha siada czy nie siada?
Nie siada.
Nie siada. Yeah, so he's more like heavy metal music fan, not really goth, but I guess that is a good thing. David likes it as well. Look how nice the text is visible. It's slightly dimensional, so it is catching the light because of that. But on the other hand, it is still quite flat and you can touch it nicely. So that is the result of what you can do with the new molds if you go this way. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I will finish that with the transparent wax. So this black part is going to be a little bit more shiny. And that is basically it. I just need to wait for everything to dry completely. Oh, it takes long. Ugh. You know, I know the pain. Sometimes it's just so hard to wait. And of course I have to paint the back as well in more fancy way, because now we have a bit of abstract background. Transparent wax is furniture wax, some kind of, you can buy it in the shops that sell chalk paint, or they would say, or in the home decor shops, they will have wax for furniture. And this is just simple finishing product. It's cousin of the waxes we are using, but it has no color at all. And for the wood, for the finish, you could just use it as a sealer for the wood. Here everything is sealed anyway, but this is just pure gesso. So if you would like to make it a little bit more shiny, you can use water-based varnish or you can use the wax. Just a tip. If you make it on the canvas, it doesn't matter. But if, because you're going to touch it, because it's a box for something, and that means, oh, I have to paint inside as well, because now it is still not painted, because my lazy ass didn't do it. But why do it in advance, right? So because people touch it a lot, you can use the wax to seal it. Yeah, that is the thing, because on the canvas people are not going to come and rub it with the finger, but matte finish of the box could be just nicer with this solution. But I'm not going to wax the embellishments. I will just try to go around, and because it is transparent anyway, it's not going to affect the colors you made. You know, the more I look at it, the more I like it, because especially from the distance, it looks a little bit different. Sparkly jewel paste. Yeah, it is very sparkly. And it has beautiful texture, and the glitter in there is just lovely. So I'm pleased with that. Yeah, this blue is like combination of blue, purple, and green, but the green is more visible on the black colors, blue more on the white, and there's a purple undertone. This is really multi-dimensional color, because we were trying to get to really interesting effects you can get for your projects. I am very happy that you joined me for this inspiration night evening. I hope that you have some ideas how you can use your new products, which are hopefully going to come soon. By the way, I posted the discount codes for some of the independent shops, I think on Friday. So once you are going to get ready for shopping, check maybe your favorite shop is on the list, and you can get a bit of discount. And I know this is going to be shipping this week. So all the shops are placing the orders now, and that means the products should be getting to the shops in the next weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending how fast the shipping goes to the different destinations. So keep your eyes open. I'm just saying, keep your eyes open. Vampire trying to escape. Yeah, I just have to hold it. Like, no, no. You are now in my possession. You are never going to escape from this dungeon. I know, this box with Ambassador Pocket, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe next step should be Tosaka into the Witcher. Maybe next step should be Tosaka into the Witcher.
Yeah, Tosako into a Witcher, yeah. Next time we should do a box for Witcher's box, I guess. Witcher's box. Yeah, that is proper for the vampire. Like, I don't have the wolf's head yet.
Yeah.
But okay, so guys, thank you very much for joining. Yeah, it looks perfect against my white wall. I think so. Like, yet. That's exactly that. I don't have the wolf's head yet. So I think you can absolutely see color combinations can go that way, of course. Most of the projects from my design team I've seen, they really show different possibilities of these products. So keep your eyes open, because starting Monday there will be more and more inspirations posted on the blog, also with video tutorials, and you will be able to see different ways of using them. And on Monday, I think the same time as we do my streams here, we're going to have Zoom meeting on Facebook, and some of my design team members are going to come as well, and we are going to tell you what are our favorite products from the release, and we're going to show you some samples. For example, this one I need to show to the world, and just to show you another one also with the black. Yeah, I just went that way, and I think I need to go on the white side as well. And we're going to talk about different ideas, different tips, how you can apply the product, and so on and so on. So share that with your friends as well. So hopefully they're going to learn a bit more about the new products and about what you can do with them. I'm quite pleased with the result. I really love the bones. So, thank you so much for watching. It was great to have you here. Dziękuję bardzo Towarzystwu z Polski. Bardzo miło Was tutaj gościć. Bardzo się cieszę, że jesteście. I cieszę się, że grupa patronów z Polski się rozrasta, bo to fajnie jest, że ktoś ode mnie z kraju też się tutaj pojawia. Bardzo, bardzo się cieszę, bo to naprawdę fantastyczna sprawa widzieć Was tutaj. Thank you so much. I was saying thank you to patrons from Poland. The group is growing, so it's great to see people from my home country joining as well. And I wish you wonderful I wish you wonderful rest of the weekend. And we see each other on Monday. And if you have a moment, just jump in on Facebook. Of course, I will try to post the link to that event. And you can join as well. I'm happy you enjoy Caroline. I wanted you to be the first ones to see what you can do with the new products. And it's a really great experience to create for you because you are always so supportive and full of understanding and so enthusiastic, and it's just a pleasure. And I have no pressure when I create for you at all. You can say, I think I just feel completely comfortable with you because you're like art family to me, instead of, there's no straight back and sweat on my forehead when I work for you. Thank you so much. Huge greetings to the new patrons who joined just in the last days. I hope you are going to check the previous videos as well, because we have so many tutorials and so many streams and so many recorded videos to enjoy that you will be amazed. We have a beautiful library of art, and they are just waiting for you. You just have to scroll down through Patreon page of mine, and it works like a blog. You can just find the previous post with different videos waiting for you. Yes, look at more whenever you have time, of course, because it's hard to take it all in one time. It's a really big library, so you can just think, okay, the videos are usually shorter because we have it's like pre-recorded and this is going faster. Live streams are a different feeling. We talk a lot and you can see the creativity like in the classroom in real life. That's why I try to make both, a bit of videos and always there are some live streams as well. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. See you again, and join me on Monday if you can. My design team members will be very happy to see you. It will be so great. And now we are off back to packing the boxes for ambassadors as well. Yes, soon it will be 1 year, exactly. 1 year, because we started, I think, in April. So 2 more months and it's going to be anniversary. We have to make celebration party. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend and see you soon. Whoops.